Welcome back to Indiana Diecast Racing and the continuing action of the Final Fantasy Fracas. Today we've got groups 47 and 48. Amber Beach of Flips Racing re-enters the fray in yet another super stretch. The Big Suzuka is a highly modified Suzuka weighing in at a massive 142 grams. Amber did not race in the death race but took 4th overall in the House Cup driving for Ravenclaw. Representing Arlo Racing, Stevie Jacques is, I guess, driving, though I don't see how, the Upside Down, an 11-gram zoom-in. Numbskull hits the track in yet another bubble gunner, this one weighing 98 grams called Don't Burst My Bubble. He's already got 7 cars in round 2. Rounding out the group is Grey Wizard from Golden Owl Racing. This time the Wiz is in Tumbler, a Hot Wheels 50 concept weighing a group light 82 grams. The heavyweights in name and car hit the track, Amber and Stevie up front, Numbskull and Grey Wizard in the back. They get off to a fairly even start, now Amber and Numbskull start to nose ahead. They're single file down the Coroplast. Amber Beach rolls, the field pushes her down the track, and Numbskull held up as Stevie Jacques and Grey Wizard move past on the outside. Grey Wizard dives for the win, but Stevie Jacques will hold on for some big lap 1 points. Bad luck for Flips Racing as all their cars are lightning quick but seem to be prone to rollovers. Amber was doing well leading the group from the pole and even took the turns at seemingly the right height but rolled anyways. The unfortunate victim here is Numbskull, who wedges that front fender underneath Amber's car and gets stuck. A double DNF to get us rolling, and not what Amber wants to see from one of her front row starts. Juggernaut Numbskull assumes the pole for lap 2. Amber with a good jump on the outside, now Numbskull and Wizard start to gain speed on the inside. Amber beats out Grey Wizard for second and she challenges. Ooh! Massive wreck for Amber Beach! Looks like Numbskull has survived. Whoa! Grey Wizard's on his roof being pushed by Stevie. Numbskull claims a win. Stevie Jacques is second. Grey Wizard's on the back 9 while Amber Beach is somewhat appropriately wedged between the track and the Junkyard Joust sign. Speaking of, if you haven't already, make sure you get over there and check out the finals of Season 6 as well as the Apocalypse Joust. The weight of Amber's sled can build up so much speed, too much as she ramps off track, colliding with the Stunt Zone sign and wiping out in pretty much the most epic fashion. Amber Beach in trouble while Stevie Jacques leads, the only driver to complete both laps. Grey Wizard moves up front, hoping to make more of an impact on lap 3. The group staying much closer together this time, and coming out of turn 2, Numbskull's got the lead. Amber cuts off Grey Wizard and the Wizard rolls again. Stevie gets loose in the back as Amber fights for the lead, and ooh, I'm not sure who took the lap. There's Stevie for third, and this time Grey Wizard only makes it to the Treetops Raceway Park sign, home of Vapor Racing. Tough break again for Grey Wizard, who really seems to struggle with the S section. Amber makes it through this time, and Numbskull's forced to throw a late block, and it's impossible to tell. I'm hearing Numbskull may have won the lap, but the judges are awarding 4 points to both drivers. That will give Amber the smallest bit of hope, as Stevie clinches round 2 and Numbskull will have to DNF while Amber wins lap 4 to miss out himself. Stevie and Wizard share the front row for the final lap. Stevie with the initial lead, but here comes Grey Wizard. Stevie tries to block Amber Beach. Whoa! Stevie gets tossed around, Amber wrecks, and now Numbskull is wrecked as well. This will wrap up Group 47 as Grey Wizard earns a moot victory as he was out of the running before this lap began. We'll see Stevie Jacques and Numbskull in round 2. On to 48, and speaking of Junkyard Joust, Baby Cookie is piloting Evil Wiener, an evil weevil weighing 57 grams. Doesn't seem safe putting a baby behind the wheel. Next up is Chicken George, representing Nick Devers Racing in Feathered Limo, a 121-gram zoom-in Superbird hybrid. Back for more under-the-sea adventures, it's CG2 from G4 Diecast Racing. CG2 is driving Crush's Classroom, a 94-gram mobile diorama built on a Honda sprocket. And lastly, Asher Major Babyan is driving for Disaster DC in Cinderella, a highly customized and very well done Night Dragon weighing 62 grams. A wide variety of cars here in Group 48 and probably a wide array of skill and experience. The dark hot dog of Baby Cookie grabs the initial lead on the back straight and they're single file. Whoa, Cookie drifts big time and CG2 is wrecked. Chicken George flies through the air as Baby Cookie can't stay upright, and Nick Devers Racing will be the only team to cross the finish line here on lap 1. Looks like Asher is wiped out right next to CG2. As is usually the case, things started to unravel in the Echo Base turn when Baby Cookie drifts, then squeezes out CG2, who gets pile drive by Chicken George. George ramps across the inside of the entry to the Savage Square, only to find Baby Cookie has rolled without a bun. NDR on top after 1. They rotate around and CG2 will have the pole this time. G2 quickly pulls ahead. Whoa, he rides the top rail and slows as Chicken George passes Asher and Echo Base. George all over CG2 as Asher spins. They come to the final straight, and lap 2 is CG2, Chicken George, Asher, and there's Baby Cookie in the back. Another crazy trip through Echo Base as CG2 uses his momentum to ride the wave, while Chicken George makes an aggressive pass, nearly taking out Asher. Chicken George solidly out front with 7, CG2 in second after that big win. Asher assumes the pole with CG2 on the outside. He gets a good push from Chicken George, and Asher's going to be the first to turn 2. George fights off G2 for second and now threatens Asher. He can't force his way past though, and it's a tight 3-car group as they come to the final straight. Asher in trouble, but he'll hold on for the win. Chicken George is second, and CG2 takes a close third. Checking on Baby Cookie, he appears to be off track in the back corner and may have collided with the eliminated drivers of Group 47. We're obviously going to have to talk to the camera operator, who seems to be getting too close to the action there at the finish line. Chicken George clinches at least a runoff, while Asher's win pulls him into a tie with CG2 heading into the final lap. Chicken George looks to pad his stats from the pole, Asher with a big advantage in front of CG2 on the outside. It's a closer start this time, and Chicken George takes the lead. Their single file as Asher continues to hold the advantage over CG2. Asher takes a weird bounce, and CG2 plows past, but they both come to a stop on the final straight as Chicken George posts another lap victory. And look at that, Baby Cookie found the Junkyard Joust sign and called it a day. Chicken George most impressive today, never finishing worse than second. CG2 and Asher split the number 2 spot, so we head back for what is now known as the Rust Belt Customs Duck-Off. You may not be aware, but Rust Belt Customs is the sponsor for this event, and they own ducks. G2 spins but holds his lead. And lap 1 goes to CG2. We reset and swap lanes to go again. G4 Diecast 1 win away from round 2. G2 again with that higher top speed easily gets in front. Treble and Echo Base, and Asher zips by. CG2 is back up to speed and closing the gap. They come to the line. Ooh, we're going to have to look at that again. Here they come. It's close. Right there, Asher takes the win and stays alive. That'll send us to a sudden death, lap 3. CG2 with an even more commanding lead this time. I think he just wants to put this one to bed. Asher slides, and I think this one is over. CG2 takes the best of 3 and moves on to round 2 with Chicken George. Nick Devers Racing really making a statement today with probably the best performance of the super stretch cars we've seen all year. Well done to Grey Wizard, who judges have added to the wildcard hopefuls. Congratulations to Chicken George, Stevie Jacques, Numbskull, and CG2. This has been Jim D for Indiana Diecast Racing. Be sure to check it next time for more slightly above mediocre diecast racing and the continuing round 1 action of the Final Fantasy Fracas.